here today to celebrate the long-awaited completion of of the Route 53 bridge over Route 3. Congratulations to, and I said I just started a year ago on this job, so congratulations to not only the motorists who have waited so long for this, but the D5 team. You know, this project I think was indicative of a couple things. One, the old DOT, where today I think we have the kind of sense of urgency to getting projects done that unfortunately in the past we haven't for a variety of reasons. Funding challenges, bureaucracy, and in this instance a bridge that was so old and decrepit we just didn't know what we were up against until we actually got underneath it. Someone also told me to blame Governor Romney because he started it. I wouldn't do that, Mary Jo. I'm kidding. But thanks to Governor Patrick and the legislature here today, they gave us the tools to not only move projects like this forward, but also the financial resources to get projects like this done. I promised the senator that we would get out of the way before the Christmas shopping started 3 weeks from now. So I'm going to MC today, keep this moving. The very first person that I want to have speak is Senator Tom Kennedy. Senator Kennedy has been a close advocate and ally for us in transportation in the Senate. He's been pushing hard for his constituents to make sure we're improving transportation in Brockton and around where he represents. He's a friend as well, and we appreciate his support in getting this project done. Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Secretary. I will be brief. I want to compliment all those who've helped bring this day to fruition. The engineers, the contractors, the state agencies and state officials, starting with the Secretary, all the local agencies, all the local officials. This has been a long time coming, but it's here now, and the long wait will be forgotten as soon as you pass over this bridge a second, a third, and a fourth time. But I think special mention has to be made of former Representative, the late and lamented Robert Niman. Bob Niman was a selectman and a state rep for this community for a great number of years. And he left a legacy bigger than life itself. It was Bob Niman that started the ball rolling those many years ago when this project was only being talked about and thought about. As a state representative, he battened down all the doors and all the obstacles to make sure that this got on paper, and from paper into shovels, and from shovels into the steel and the asphalt that we stand on right now. So, all of us try to leave a little mark of improvement behind us in our path in life. But Bob Niman has left a legacy that's real, that's true, and it's concrete in more ways than one, in the form of this bridge, of the senior center that we just came from a few minutes ago, and of so many other aspects of the towns that he loved and he served so well. So a tribute to Bob Niman, a tribute to all those who made this bridge possible and who make this day such a happy occasion. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Thank you, Senator. And speaking of Representative Niman, Rhonda Niman has carried the torch for her husband, not only in projects like this, but across the district. We appreciate her being here today and her support, again, for being a stalwart for improving transportation in her district, but being a friend to transportation as well. Representative Rhonda Niman.
Thank you, Secretary Davey, and I'd like to say thank you to Mass DOT, and a special shout out to Tricia Foley. She's always there when we call, and I thank her very much too. But I would be remiss if I didn't thank Senator Tommy Kennedy, my good friend and colleague. I can't do this alone. He's been there too as well by my side, and as well as my late husband Bob Niman. This was his project back in the day, and how proud he would be to be here today. But again, I'd like to thank the town of Hanover and all the officials and everybody else that have been very supportive in this project as well as the residents of Hanover that had putting up with this project while it was going on just for a short time. But again, this is an exciting day for Hanover. I just left the Hanover Senior Center earlier, and I told them that the bridge is open, so watch out, Chief Sweeney. I think you have a lot of seniors heading up over here to check out the bridge dedication. But again, thanks to everybody here today, and very exciting. Thank you very much.
As the representative said, it wouldn't be without the patience of our customer, the town of Hanover, that we would be here today. And so we not only appreciate the citizens' patience the last several years and their hopefully the next few minutes before we open this up. The town manager is here from Hanover, Troy Clark, to say a few words. We appreciate his partnership working with the police and others to make this a reality. Manager?
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. I'd like to recognize a couple members of the Board of Selectmen who are here with us today, Selectman Susan Setterland and Selectman Gary Young. And on behalf of them and Chairman of the Board, John Barry, it's my pleasure to be here today to say a few words on behalf of the town. I have to tell you, I did have a citizen come in and make an observation to me that this project languished on for many, many years, and then Sue Setterland and Gary Young got on the board, and then they hired me as town manager, and the project got done. So it's sometimes things just happen. In all seriousness, I say often that any place can be a town. It takes a name to be a town, but it takes people to be a community. And this project was finished in the fashion it was because of the people that make Hanover a community. And many of them are represented here today. When the folks from the DOT called and asked me for a quote for the press release, I said sincerely, you know, it's better to get a project done right than to get it done quickly. And that's what happened with this project, and it was important to get it done right and to get it done safely for the people of this community and the people that conduct commerce in our community. And speaking of commerce, this project wouldn't have been done in the fashion that it was without the assistance of the Hanover Mall. Ed Callahan and Mike Hoban are here today from the mall, and they were here back then. And one of the owners of the mall was driving in and missed the exit and had to come back around the other way and was so frustrated, Ed and Mike convinced them to donate $100,000 towards the design of the new traffic light. That's a community-based solution. Dave Delaney is here from Columbia, now Prime Buick GMC. And, you know, Dave is one of the neighbors right at the foot of the bridge. Lived through this and those frustrations for those many years, but he didn't complain. He continued to be a positive part of the community, participates on the Zoning Board of Appeals, and that's a community-based solution. Former Selectman Al Rugman is here with us today, and those of you that were involved in this project know that the 4 lanes on this highway should be named the Al Rugman lanes because he fought and, you know, dogged Mass Highway District 5 repeatedly to make this a bridge that was safe for Hanover residents. That's a community-based solution. So as frustrating as this project was at times, I think what we see emerge is why local government in Massachusetts is such a great thing, because it was the people that came together, that worked together, and got the best result for our citizens. And that's why all of us are involved in public service. So on behalf of the Board of Selectmen and the town of Hanover, I want to say thank you to the Mass Department of Transportation, to Secretary Davey, and to everyone who worked on this project to make it a success, a safe success for all of us. And let me just close by saying this. One of the reasons, probably the main reason why I'm involved in local government is my career, is that no 2 days are the same. So when you speak of safety, I have to tell you, as we rode up, I rode in with Police Chief Larry Sweeney, and as we rode up to the crest of the bridge, there was a motorist in front of us that was driving erratically and cutting people off, and we're just not doing the right thing. The good news is Chief Sweeney was behind the wheel, not me, so we pulled her over. And that Hanover resident now knows that it's not a good idea to drive erratically when you're in front of the Chief of Police. No 2 days are the same. That's why I love this job. But once again, thank you to everyone involved, and it's my pleasure to be here.
So, Chief, as I pull away today, just linger behind. I'm not a very good driver. So, basically, just about concludes. I do want to thank the Chief Sweeney and Blanchard as well for your support. Again, when bridges and structures close down, we need to be working very closely with our first responder partners in communities. So thank you for your support there. For the business owners, we know we can be an inconvenience, but hopefully this is a bridge. As I said, you won't see me around for another 75 years because that's what we built. I finally want to mention too that, as I mentioned before about thinking be a forward-looking DOT, while we don't have the dollars today, we have designed the bridge to accommodate potentially widening of Route 3 in the future. So while we don't have those infrastructure dollars today, I know we'll be working with the representative and the senator in the future to be thinking about, again, investment in transportation. So we couldn't be happier here today. Thank you so much for everyone's support. Mary Jo, your team, District 5, my favorite district, by the way. Don't tell the other districts. And to the contractor as well. So thank you all for coming, and we'll see you in 75 years. Who's going to cut the ribbon? Come this way. Cut the ribbon this way.